ride. It is this one.
Ah, yes. The one who approaches might help us with your artifacts. Did the spirit send you to help Kisaravi? What did she... My apologies. Kisaravi hoped you heard the spirit too. The spirit protects Akaviri relics in the Tomb of the Serpents. She wants Kisaravi to share their secrets with the world, but the tomb is too dangerous. She won't let me leave without them. Spirit may not be correct. Entity, a goddess perhaps. The one who protects the tomb while wrapping her arms around Kisaravi's mind. Will you retrieve the Akaviri relics? Otherwise their secrets will be trapped here forever. Thank you, stranger. Kisaravi hopes you will be the one to pass the spirit's test and retrieve the Akaviri relics. She's sure you won't end up like the other. Years ago, Khajiit allowed displaced Akaviri to bury their dead in Khajiiti tombs. So many Akaviri were buried here that they renamed it Tomb of the Serpents. The Akaviri placed armor and relics alongside their dead. This curiosity, arrogance, greed. Kisaravi wanted to unlock the Akaviri's secrets, to use their knowledge and steal their power, to sell their relics to the highest bidder. Selfish desires brought Kisaravi here, but the spirit's message made her stay. Some say their ancestors were eaten by a race of vampiric serpents. Others say they were merely captured. They are said to be resistant to poison and fierce in battle. Some say they even enslaved dragons. Their relics will tell us what is true. I never saw her, but I felt her. Her words opened something within me, a sense of purpose, belonging, love. I don't thank you, stranger. Kisaravi hopes you will be the one to pass the spirit's test, and years ago, Khajiit...
I do believe we're good at this. Get back, fiends!
Not so fast, Walker. Rachin would first have a word with you. So, you have found the first piece of the Rithana di Renata. Impressive. But Rachin can't help but wonder if you have patience enough to find the other 15. After all, he has... This one is the shadow of Rachin. Well, a shadow of Rachin. There are 7 of us, all told. Surely you have heard of Rachin, yes? Elsewhere's greatest thief, whose crimes were so fabulous he became divine. This one is but an avatar of his greatness. Do you expect a truthful answer? What kind of trickster do you take this one for? Here, let us make a deal. If you find all the pieces, each and every one, Rachin will consider sharing his motivations. Only then. Of course, Rachin will provide clues. What fun would it be otherwise? 15 clues to find 15 pieces. Collect them all and restore Rithana di Renata, which was thought just a legend. Here then, a book for your convenience. Is not Rachin kind? Ah, and one other thing. Outside help is strictly forbidden. Iraya might have solved this one's first clue, but the rest are up to you. A trickster, a hero, and an ancient mural. Just the recipe for a grand adventure, no? Ah, but this... Why, you have Rachin's Book of Riddles, do you not? Each verse will let you know where it's... Well, this one is feeling rather generous today. Rachin will let you know that every piece lies in... This one is but a shadow of the great Rachin. Trickster God. By the way, if you see Pakruti, tell him he still owes this one a pouch of gold.
Kill the intruder. Only the strong can carry our message.
I do believe we're good at this.
Lay down your sword, outsider. You already belong to the Akaviri.
Any battle we can walk away from, eh? That was it, right? Sometimes it's hard to tell. I take no pleasure in killing, but I'm glad we're alive and they're not.
You got the Akaviri relics! Did the spirit speak? Ah, the Akaviri spirit has blessed you. Kisaravi can tell. How else would you have succeeded where Kisaravi has failed? Please, Kisaravi knew that she would meet someone brave enough to enter the tomb, strong enough to pass the spirit's test, and wise enough to accept her protection and never question her voice. Kisaravi knew because the spirit told her. The spirit wants Kisaravi to share the Akaviri relics with Tamriel. They possess a magic we can't understand. A magic that will spread her influence and protect us all. The spirit will soon live in everyone's minds, and it will all... For some, it is the key to unlocking ancient secrets and lost magic. For others, it is a reminder of why some things are better left unknown. Psst. 5 Claw. Over here. Ah, 5 Claw. Good, good. This one has walked to Dune and back looking for you. Well, oh, not this one, 5 Claw. Lirzaji is only the messenger. A sad state of affairs for a master spy, but we must do what we must do. Queen Kamir requests your presence in Rimmon Palace. What a wonder! A Khajiit once again on the Anequina throne. How good of someone to finally notice. Yes, this one hears things. Uneasiness surrounding a mysterious final order issued by Raxia before she died. Not to mention the confusion regarding the dragons and their pet necromancers. Perhaps you will put in a good word for Lirjazi? Let the new queen know that this one's talents are wasted as a common messenger, yes? Anyway, Queen Kamir, it is not Lirjazi's place to comment on a person of royal blood, but since you asked, this one thinks the new queen looks sad, crowned.
Ah, you've returned. Let us speak. Greetings, greetings. Were you able to find the missing mule? If you want to pull my tail, you could at least try a bit harder than that. Really, what would Rajin's shadow want with the Rithana de Renada? It might have historical significance, but it's certainly not a prize worthy of the trickster god. Sure, sure. Just let me know if you meet John and Jode next, yes? We could use some brighter moons. Why don't you just place the mirror piece back in its frame? Iraya should return shortly. You can speak to her.
Our neighbors saw nothing, of course. Oh, you found one of the pieces! I see you've collected a missing piece. Slick work. Now, if we only had clues for the other 15 pieces, makes finding them particularly difficult for us. Rajin's shadow? I'll be honest, that's a lot to take in. But after all you've done for us, how can I not offer you the benefit of the doubt? To think that the Rithana de Renada was snatched away by Rajin's shadow. Never would I have thought that to be the case. Good luck finding the rest of the pieces. My brother and I will pray for your swift success. Of course! What would you like to know? Rajin has given you a book of riddles, yeah?
Here we go.
This is never going to end, is it?
Buying goods at fair prices.
Ah, Five Claw. Just in time. We killed Euraxia, but between the chaos and the shock of seeing my dead parents, and Nalado's sacrifice, I fear my memories of what happened are not as clear as I would like. Tell me what you remember. Yes, now that you say it, I remember the dragon's words. Mulamnir mentioned the dragon leader, Cal Grantid. We will mourn Captain Nalado later. Right now, we need to determine why the dragons require the service of Zumogfum's dark mages. The moon gate of Anequina lies in that direction. I wonder if this has anything to do with Euraxia's final order. A soldier mentioned it after we captured her, but she refused to elaborate. Maybe you can help Abner Tarn find out more. Go, my friend. Help Abner Tarn determine the significance of Euraxia's final order. He searches the royal study. I must consult with Gareshri about Rimen's defenses. I dreamed about reclaiming my father's throne for so long. Because... Ah, damn it, Five Claw. I need a moment to think. To let everything that just occurred sink in. Besides, it takes more than sitting on a throne to make a queen. Do you think I have not asked myself that very same question? Joan and Jode, we had to kill my parents again. And Captain Nalado... That is kind of you to say, Five Claw. I hope my people feel the same way. No matter. My people need a queen.
When you look at the world as lines on a map, it all seems so small and insignificant. I was trying to determine the meaning of this document, but so far the secret eludes me. I found a letter, but it's not complete. Looks like a scribe's dictation. I've been searching for more, but I haven't made much progress through the royal stacks. With your help, perhaps the search will go more quickly. It alludes to an order Euraxia was preparing to deliver shortly before our assault on the palace. It mentions a Captain S, the Cygnus Irregulars, and a favor for the dragons, but gives no indication as to who they are or what the favor might be. We did what had to be done. Think no more about it. If you hadn't ended Euraxia, I certainly would have. Now, look around and see if you can find anything pertaining to this unfinished letter. This study contains documents from when the Khajiit ruled Rimen, as well as papers that cover the span of Euraxia's rule. Captain Sorlinia, that must be Captain S. And the Cygnus Irregulars are Imperial troops under the command of Prefect Kalo at Sandswirl Manor. Old Khajiiti legends and rumors of a last dragon guard. Intriguing. Controlled dragons? What folly. But what was that about killing the last dragon guard? I think you found everything I need to fill in the blanks. Let's talk. The documents you uncovered allow me to make sense of this unfinished dictation. I believe I now know the content. Euraxia ordered Captain Sorlinia to assassinate a dragon guard in an effort to appease the dragons. Sorlinia plans to commandeer as many additional soldiers as necessary from Prefect Kalo at Sandswirl Manor and retrieve a report. Neither do I, at least not fully. The Dragon Guard were the sworn protectors of the Imperial Emperor. At least they were until they fell out of favor. Euraxia has ordered her assassins to murder what she claims to be the last Dragon Guard. Don't ask me. The Dragon Guard I knew failed to protect the potentates and were disbanded in disgrace. They claimed to have descended from legendary Akaviri dragon hunters. But that's all it was. A legend. We need to get to Sanswell Manor. We can't take any chances. Euraxia's final order directs her assassins to murder the last Dragon Guard. If the dragons consider this threat real, we need... Kalo is mentioned in Garesh Ree's intelligence reports. He commands a garrison of troops in an estate seized when they conquered the region. As for Sorlinia, I've never heard of her. But an assassination squad, they're never a good thing.
Are the people of Rimmon cowards?
They're just afraid, Chimera. Remember, the dragon's still dark in the skies overhead.
But we need to replenish our forces. I fear there are more battles ahead.
You carry the weight of the kingdom, Chimera, but the crown is not yet yours.
Yes, yes. I must be recognized by the Main and Queen Eren. Which reminds me, has the Dominion sent us any aid?
A few advisors, some gold, but no troops. We are on our own.
I found a set of round orb-like objects sitting on a forgotten shelf here in the palace. They're the perfect shape for juggling. Turns out I'm good at juggling. Who knew? And I find it strangely soothing after all that mayhem and fisticuffs.
May Arcade drive back the dark.
You fought beside Lord Gayshri.
Ripples in
An imperial garrison housed in a Khajiiti estate. My half-sister spared no expense, I see. Prefect Kalo commands a full complement of soldiers, mostly seasoned Imperials and not the Nibonese mercenaries that make up Euraxia's main forces. It's probable that Solinia and her assassination squad is here as well, so I advise caution. I prefer to avoid unnecessary bloodshed, of course, but these are enemy forces. Try not to alert the entire garrison to our presence, and keep an eye out for Captain Solinia or anything related to Euraxia's final order. We need to determine where the assassination squad...
I really want to kill something right about now.
You don't want to do this!
One of Kalo's pet cats. Time to make me a fur coat. Kalo's pet cats. Time to make me a fur coat.
Light it up! How good of you to join me. Let's talk. We need to speak quickly. I doubt I'll remain undiscovered for very... This projection, a simple spell. Nothing to it, really. But that's not what I want to discuss. I'm hiding in an empty servant's quarters at the moment. I discovered that Prefect Kalo is no longer in charge here. In fact, he's been arrested. That's the thing. Prefect Kalo isn't really one of the Euraxians. His cohort of Imperials accompanied my half-sister into Rimmen, but he's been a vocal opponent of her coup and subsequent claim of rulership. Apparently, he refused another order. Kalo's probably being held on one of the lower levels. See if you can find him. He should be able to tell us more about the Dragon Guard and Solinia's orders. Wait a moment. I'm about to have company. I'll find my way to you as soon as I can.
What do you say to some celebratory sweets?
What kind of trouble we getting into? Hey, you. Everything all right?
I was hoping I'd see you today. My blade is... Wise to keep your gear in good repair. Very wise.
Interesting. You're not one of Euraxia's mercenaries. I'm Prefect Kalo, commander of the Cygnus Irregulars. And you're that outsider working with the Khajiit militia. I expected you hours ago. Well, let's not dawdle. You have an assassination squad to stop, I assume, so if you'd open my... It's elementary. I pay attention to every significant event that occurs in the region. Comes with my job description. I have agents, spies, and informers from Riverhold to Rimmen. The dossier on you could choke a Wamasu. Now, I'm an Imperial without an Emperor. My cohort was assigned to accompany Euraxia on a fact-finding mission. She turned it into a conquest. I tried to temper her more violent tendencies, but her mercenaries outnumber my legionaries by a wide margin. I refused a direct order. Wouldn't give Solinia my soldiers or my file on the last Dragon Guard. So, here I am. How about this? You can find a copy of the report in my office. If the information it contains helps you, then come back and set me free. I'm a reasonable man. I have no great love for this land, but neither do I want to see it destroyed. Dragons were the last straw. In other words, this is me making a stand. You can find a copy of the Dragon Guard report in my office upstairs. Conquer Rimmon? Euraxia was sent on imperial business to a province that owed us fealty. There was no reason to conquer a place we historically controlled. No. She decided to make her own play for power while Emperor Varen was otherwise engaged. It was complicated. Look, our quick visit turned into an invasion. Euraxia contracted an army of Nibonese mercenaries to back her up. And then the Emperor disappeared and his empire collapsed. We were stuck here. She burst into my office with orders from Euraxia, demanded I provide soldiers to support her assassination squad, then commanded that I turn over my file on this so-called last Dragon Guard. I politely refused both requests, and she had me arrested. An elite unit of mercenaries. They're rabid dogs that Euraxia points at her enemies. Well, that puts a new spin on the situation. Solinia took my file. Then she and her soldiers went to assassinate this supposed last Dragon Guard to appease Euraxia's dragon allies. There's a copy of the file in my office, but I suggest you hurry. Not much. I never got around to reviewing the report. You can read it yourself in my office. For some reason, this rumor of a last dragon...
There's a supply sack just there.
I see you found the report. Now we can continue our conversation without being... Don't look so shocked. My irregulars are very good at what they do. It was simple enough for them to sneak in and set me free. Now, what did you learn from the report? Anything that will help us stop Captain Solinia and her assassination squad? As I said, we were never willing participants in Euraxia's conquest of Northern Elsewhere. My irregulars did as little as possible to advance her agenda, and we worked to sabotage it as often as not. Besides, have you forgotten about the dragons? The dragons won't stop after they kill or subjugate the Khajiit. We're in as much danger as everyone else. If Lord Garesh-Ri pardons my soldiers, we'll help fight the dragons. But we're going to need the Dragon Guard. Do you know where he is? Grand Chancellor, I propose that you get Garesh-Ri to pardon the Cygnus Irregulars so we can form an alliance.
An alliance? Interesting. Comrades would be helpful in the battles to come. I'll return to Rimmon, plead Kalo's case, and send someone to help you. Meanwhile, I suggest you start your search for the Shrine of the Stitches. I'll take the prefect to Rimmon and see if I can negotiate an alliance. Trust? We'll have to see. From what I've learned here in the manor, though, mistakes happen. They're a fact of life. But Prefect Kalo is a trained Imperial soldier. I know his type well. Well, news of Euraxia's death has reached her mercenaries. For the most part, they've decided that Zumog Foom is their new leader, and they're willing to do whatever the dragons say. I suppose they think that's better than being.
On the move.
Tarn sent Samarak to assist you against the Euraxian officers Saulinia and her assassins. The locals say that a group matching their description passed through here a short time ago. Tarn explained that we seek a hidden Saulinia, the assassin who murdered King Hemakar and Queen Numara. Zamarak heard that name often on the day of Euraxia's coup. Perhaps this... No. Zamarak was guarding Kamira that day. We were far from the palace. Anyway, this one learned that the local crime lord provided Saulinia with guides who know the Scar well. We must... The Scar can be a treacherous place, Five Claw, even without the addition of a Nibonese assassination squad. We need to... The Scar was carved across the face of an Equina in the ancient past. Some say Kunzari is responsible. Others, that Alkosh himself marked the land with his claws. Things live in the deepest cracks and crevices that we would do well to avoid.
Here we go. Stendarr, protect us from harm.
Wait, that body. It's one of the assassins. They must have passed this way. More bodies. The hired guides. Saulinia's work, Samarak thinks. Look! There is a door behind these stones. Is this the place we seek? That door. Not even all of Zamarak's strength and training can budge a magical barrier. Maybe the pedestal. The pedestal maintains the magical barrier, but Zamorak does not know how.
Find the Dragon Guard, or his blood won't be the only thing that stains my blade this day.
The assassins! That came from the south. We must hurry, Five Claw. The assassins. They stalk the southern passages. We must hurry. There may be another way past this door, deeper in the complex. Whatever has been hiding behind that door for all these years can wait a little longer. We need to deal with the assassins. They are the most pressing threat. That shout we heard. Traps. They stopped some of the assassins, but not all of them. We must be wary.
can't hide from us forever, Dragon Guard.
You couldn't find an Albeacon alabaster, Euraxian dolt?
That was the Dragon Guard. We're running out of time.
We fought well.
The Dragon Guard. Honor the dragons. Curious. Another maze. We must find a way to the other side.
You've met your match.
It's always the same.
I do believe we're good at this.
Once I select a target, it always dies.
I trained to fight dragons. This isn't going to end the way you expect.
Now, Dragon Guard, you and your order oh, good. More blood to spill.
Thank you, Five Claw. With Saulinia dead, maybe the royal family can finally... Zamarak. There was a heaviness on Zamarak's soul. Now it disperses like sand in the wind. Still, this one promised to find a new path. But these events just returned him to the same... Yes, but Zamarak believed his previous life of violence caused those deaths. His studies and meditations told him this was so. Now, with Saulinia's death, Zamarak feels... lighter. It feels good. You are right, Five Claw. Violence is never the best way to solve a problem. It only leads to grief. As the adepts say, When an enemy strikes you on the right, also offer him your left. But these musings are missed.
Oh, damn assassin. She knew her stuff. I saw her fall, though. Thanks for that. After all these years, why do I suddenly have so much company? I know about the dragons. The last. I didn't think so. But no one else has responded. Maybe. No. I know at least. Take my ring. It will open the sanctuary. Find the dragon.
May Kenarthi guide you to the sands behind the stars. Below. That looks like Prefect Kalo. What is he doing here?
Ah, there you are. We came as soon as we could. Were you able to stop Captain Solinia and her assassins? Both dead? Solinia deserved it. Shame about the Dragon Guard, though. And yes, it took some convincing and Tharn's most diplomatic negotiation tactics, but Queen Chimera has accepted our help. Provisionally. The Cygnus Irregulars are on probation. For now. Once Queen Chimera sees us in action, I'm sure she'll come around. Until then, I wanted to make sure you are all right. Beating Solinia is no small feat. I'm sorry we lost the Dragon Guard. A Dragonhorn? Like the one at Star Haven Adeptorium?
Huh. The barrier has fallen. Let us see what awaits within.
Are these the remains of the Dragon Guard? Books and scrolls. I knew it. Knowledge is power, my friend. You'll see.
Do not hesitate.
Well, let's get...
Such a small thing when compared to the dragons. Still, we should take it to Rimmon, yes?
I want to take another look at these books. We'll meet you back in Rimmon.
Zamarak will linger as well, to make sure the Imperials...
It's happening again. I see a dragon.
Cadwell? Cadwell? What was that about a dragon? Ah, there you are. See to Cadwell, if you would. Then
Hello?
join us in a
Is
throne room
someone
for the-
there? I appear to be back in my head. Well, my other head. The other head. This is so confusing. Wait. Things are becoming clearer now. Yes, well, there you are. Oh, so good to see you again, my friend. I saw that nasty orc necromancer, Zumog Foom. He really is a despicable fellow. And there was a dragon, a huge, powerful, eyes as big as a house dragon. They called it Carl Grunted. Well, yes, I did. Seems the ears are as connected as the eyes. They talked about the moons, something about an eclipse and the perfect time to use the gate. I remember something about that from when I was the betrayer, but the details... My memory returns in dribs and drabs, but I'm not sure that's a good thing. If I remember anything helpful, though, I'll let you know. Where are my manners? They're waiting for you. Queen Chimera has called another... Not a clue, but I know one way to find out.
The archives were extremely helpful once I found the appropriate documents.
Our moon singers and moon priests have always paid particular attention to detail. What did you learn?
Tharn found documents regarding an ancient agreement with the Dragon Guard. They apparently provided a weapon to use against the dragons.
This relates to the legends of Kunzari and Queen Anequina, yes?
Pardon the interruption, Queen Chimera, but that sounds like the dragon horn we found. That dragon guard didn't survive, but he gave us the Anequina dragon horn.
So this alliance I reluctantly agreed to has borne fruit.
The Cygnus Irregulars assisted, but your agent did the important work.
A weapon from the Dragon Guard. Interesting. Come, Five Claw. I want to hear your report. Agreeing to an alliance with Imperials. At least it appears this Prefect Kalo assisted you. Tell me what happened out there, Five Claw. I want to hear it from you. So that is the Dragon Horn. It is much smaller than I thought it would be, and it looks fragile. Sound it once and it will probably crumble to dust. What are we supposed to do with such a thing? As always, you have... Euraxia hoped to appease the dragons by assassinating the last Dragon Guard of Elsewhere. I know how a horn works, Five Claw, but this is a relic of ancient magic. I do not want to damage it before we learn the true significance of its power. I will have Tarn do more research. Cadwell's visions strike more frequent. Abner Tarn checks on Cadwell regularly. Find them and see if they can tell you where Zumogfum hides. Meanwhile, I will consult with legends and myths make up a great part of who we are, Five Claw. For the Khajiit, the truth of our stories is the truth, pure and simple. The return of the dragons began with the tales of Kunzari, and I expect it to end there as well. No. Kunzari and his company of heroes predate the arrival of the Akaviri and Tamriel. It was the Akaviri who gave rise to the Dragon Guard and revealed the secrets of the Dragon Horn. As I understand it, the star from the ancient order of the Dragon Guard, if I remember what the adept at Starhaven once told me. I assume the same is true of the Anequina Dragon Horn. It's too bad that Dragon Guard you met did not live long enough to tell you more. Legends and myths make up a great part of...
Hold, varlet! Don't you dare attach that foot to my ankle.
This is Cadwell's longest episode yet. Perhaps I can...
That's it! Time to give you knaves what for.
Bizarre visions. Dismembered bodies. I hate necromancy. Cadwell trusts you, Five Claw. You talk to him.
Who's there? Speak up! I'm about to teach these rapscallions a valuable... Ah, jolly good. I could use a noble squire for the battle ahead. To battle ahead? Anyway, Zumok Foom has gathered the dismembered parts of the betrayer's body. I can't allow the necromancer to put him, me, back together. I'm not entirely certain. It's definitely a dark, menacing cavern. Just the sort of place necromancers enjoy hanging around. Oh! Here now! Stop that! Your pardon, noble squire, but I have to go kick myself in the head. I'm off to put a stop to these dastardly villains.
Tarn, can you determine where Cadwell disappeared to?
Of all the foolish, idiotic, misguided things that Cadwell has ever done, this may be the worst of them all. He fancies himself a hero, but he's given Zumog Foom exactly what he needed. I'm no expert on necromancy, but it's obvious that our Cadwell is the last piece Zumog Foom needs to restore the betrayer. He has all the parts of Cadwell's dismembered body, and now Cadwell has handed him the final component, his very essence. Does a soul shriven have a soul? I have no idea how the philosophy of oblivion accounts for such things, but there must be some kernel of the original Cadwell inside the one we know. It stands to reason. The necromancer would... I managed to scry Cadwell's portal before it winked out. It connected to an ancient crypt in the Scar, not far from the Stitches. Head there immediately. The rest of us will make preparations and join you as soon as we can.
Yeah.